going on, Conscious? Your favorite breakdown commentator. Welcome. What's going on, Conscious Crew? It's your favorite breakdown commentator. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. You already know what we're here to get into. Before we do so, please go ahead and thumbs up the video until it's absolutely stuck. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious Crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary. Also, if you love everything that the King does here, you can always donate to the platform. $Consciouztv on Cash App and or paypal.me/ConsciouzTV. All donation information is in the description box below. Also, if you're new here, subscribe. And last but not least, please share the stream to whatever it is you have digital community, whether that be a YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you in fact lay the link. Just let them whores know that we're loud, we're live, and we're certainly in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What is going on, Conscious Crew? Okay, so I guess it's official that we're only going to be having spiritual conversations and philosophical conversations and Patreon, baby, because, you know, y'all wasn't there for that conversation, okay? But the notifications are going out and y'all pulling on up in here about the mess, okay? So we're only going to be having high vibrational content on Patreon, honey, okay? Because apparently the YouTube platform is only for the trash of it all. What's going on, you guys? Hi. This is the Improv Live. I wanted to come through and talk real quickly about Tasha K, girl, who done sat her ass down with Katt Williams' brother, who is accusing the famous and accomplished comedian of various transgressions, girl. Everything from lying to deception to head-on SA allegations. It is a whole entire mess. But if you didn't find that to be shocking enough, what's even more shocking than that is the fact that there are lots of people who don't believe the brother. We're going to explore that, why that is, and I'm going to be asking you guys if any of you are going to be watching the interview when it drops this Friday, okay? Before we do so, please, once again, you guys run those likes all the way up. We need all the teams, shall. All right. Let's get into the trailer that Tasha K dropped of the interview, girl. Now, I don't know a lot about Katt Williams' family structure, girl. I don't know whether we're talking about step siblings, half siblings. I don't know what it is, but this man here is Katt's brother. Check out this, and of course, this is audio only, and of course, this is fair use and all of that good jazz, shall.
To California, Cincinnati, Ohio, to California. When I arrive to California and I come to my brother's home, I find my two abusers, my two childhood abusers, are playing house together. When I find out my brother and my cousin, two people who abused me as a child, are playing house together and got a pretend child.
Okay, so I was really confused, you guys, when I heard that, because I know this is a trailer and everything, but I have no idea what the brother is talking about. I don't know whether, I mean, he said he flew to his brother's house, and his brother is with his cousin, which are both his childhood abusers, and then they have a pretend child. What does that even mean exactly? Let's continue to listen.
How long does it take that child to enter the world of mental turmoil?
Because is he saying he was the pretend child? I'm not understanding the layout of the picture that's being painted so far.
When they get old enough to realize the person they thought was their daddy, technically their cousin.
The person that they thought that was their daddy is technically their cousin. So there was some ancestral entanglements taking place. He said he flew to the brother's house. So this happened. Is he talking about an experience where he flew as an adult and was triggered because the cousin was also there? Like, okay, it's gonna be interesting, girl, to see how this all, like, what exactly is going on here.
What did he do?
Their cousin.
When he said messing with you, what did he do?
I'm a grown man saying a man abused me.
Okay, we got that part.
How long can you hold on to it? Seeing the person that did it on fucking TV. In movies.
Okay, yeah. So I'm glad I'm not the only one confused, Gunny. Honey was just as confused, child. I don't know what's going on. So Tasha is going to have this, the whole interview on TashaKLive.com, which is where she's making all of Cardi B's money at to run her that $200,000 a year. Is there anyone who's going to be watching the interview? Because I was thinking about signing up for a one-time subscription and then calling my bank afterwards and refuting the charge to get a hold of the interview, girl, because you guys know Katt is a pretty big deal, especially amongst Black culture, and he's done some legendary shit over there at the Shannon Sharp Sanctuary. And so for him to have these type of allegations coming against him, girl, by his own blood brother is pretty freaking wild. And then, of course, if there's nobody here who's going to be watching the interview, is there anybody who's going to be taking one for the team, girl? Please let me know, honey, before I have to bootleg her shit, girl. Is there anybody here, honey, who maybe is already subscribed and who would love to screen grab the interview and send it to me privately so I can review it privately and then commentate about it publicly? Or, gonna slide me your login information, girl, so I can get in and get out of there. So I can get what needs to be gotten, honey. So I can be your old ninja and run up over there and snatch the gatherings up. Is there a Conscious crew member who already happens to be subscribed to TashaKLive.com who's going to understand the assignment? Is there anyone in the sanctuary, baby, who belongs to the Tasha clan as well? Or have we run all of the winos up out of here, girl? Because that would be a win, too, if we have. What's going on, Really B? Hey, boo. What's going on, my love? Ain't you need to be asleep somewhere, getting ready for them children's? Really B, is you going to be watching the interview? Is there anybody here who got it? Damn, we ain't got not one wino, baby. We done ran the winos clean up out of here. This don't make no sense, bitch. Okay, girls, I'm gonna have to be a criminal, girl. All right, so I'm going in, girl. I'm going in Friday then, child, to get to interview y'all, so we can commentate about it. Oh, okay, we got a conscious crew member in the building. All right. Oh, wait a minute. We got the things. Okay. I ain't gonna say your name. I'm gonna keep you incognito. Conscious crew member. Okay. I just got your IG. Good. All right. So the interview is dropping on Friday, apparently. So, I'll make contact to the conscious crew member who in the inbox right now. So I can get the things. All right, baby, because baby, the way I was about to get my Joanne the scammer on, girl, to go over there and get in and get out, honey. Oh, baby, we was prepared, baby, to see the kingdom about violence. All right, y'all. So we're going to be able to go in and listen to the interview ourselves, okay? So I will be here out live and in color getting into the things, because we're going to go run line by line, play by play. Now, there's also been some fan reaction from the Winos girl, who are highly anticipating this interview. I didn't know that the Winos looked this bad, y'all. I had no idea, girl. Check this out, child. So Tasha had reposted one of the Winos who looked like she was drunk, honey, when she did this TikTok, child. Who gave her commentary about what's going on. And Tasha also had captioned one of her Instagram posts this. Oh my G. Katt Williams' brother, Steve Williams, just sat down with me and dropped a major bomb about Katt. If what he is saying about his brother is true, Katt Williams has lost me as a fan for life, as if that's a major L to anybody. This is some true R. Kelly shit. Girl, you believed R. Kelly. We ran that audio. FYI, this interview is extremely triggering. Viewer discretion is advised. Premieres, once again, you guys, 10/10 tomorrow. But check out the wino, girl.
So it's all out. Tasha K is finna. It's us all out. Go ahead, get y'all wine together and y'all garden tools set to the side, pre-rolled up.
So, girl, this what the winos look exactly how I thought them hoes looked. Oh my God. Now her melanin is popping, bitch. But girl, the googly eyes just rolling all around her motherfucking head like this, about to bust up out of her skull like this, bitch. The winos look just like I know they did.
Tasha K said she done sat down with Katt Williams' brother and he done spilled the tea and say it's
girl, just nosy, ain't got no lashes, baby. Just bald in the eye socket area, baby. This is exactly how I thought them hoes looked.
R. Kelly type of crap. Even went as far as to say if this is true, Katt Williams done lost her as a fan forever. Now, y'all, I wonder what this means.
Girl, she sound like she wore a goddamn helmet with a propeller on it to school. Poor Tank girl. She don't even know she's under demonic oppression. We're gonna pray for you, Wino. We're gonna pray, baby.
I had to say, you do know you really can't sit down with people enemies and think they're gonna tell the truth, nothing but the truth, the whole truth, so help them God. Lord, I hope Tasha K better have all her damn ducks in a row, because y'all know Katt Williams do not fight fair. Oh, this shit about to be good here.
Why she look 24 and coming off like she's 64 all at the same time, girl? Why she look like she giving two different ages simultaneously, baby? Why she coming off like she 24, but it's giving 64 all at the same? Girl, how you young and old as hell all at? But you know, that good grocery store, corner store looking, girl, it'll have you like that, girl. It'll have you in your dualism like that, child.
When is gonna air? Y'all, my peoples, keep me on alert, because see, I be big.
Girl, just over there married, without no eyelashes, living off Obamacare, baby. I know that's right, bitch. Living a good life.
But make sure y'all share me. Share it to me. Send me a message. Inbox, blah, 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 my inbox. Put my inbox on.
Yeah, bitch, I'm trying to get to the T2, child.
You know, I need to be there. I want to see it firsthand so I can bring y'all back to updates.
Yes, God. Okay, girl, it's a lot going on with the winos, bitch. Okay, y'all stay from over here, girl. Okay, the Conscious crew bad bitches, honey. Now, there is a lot of people, y'all, who do not believe the brother. And I'm just like, bitch, y'all ain't even heard the interview yet. Where is the disbelief coming from? So let's go to the comment section, child. Check this out. I want y'all to catch some of the feedback already being gotten Okay. Someone says if his brother abused him, why would he travel to his brother's house for anything? Another person says, just say I asked my brother for some money and he said no. Someone else says, when I read the title and heard a few words for his brother, I was like, nah, feels good to read the comments to find out I wasn't alone. Katt Williams team. Someone else says, we stand with Katt. Someone else says, I need evidence on this one. Someone else says to be your own family. Someone else says protect Katt Williams. Okay, so the only victims y'all believe are the ones who are Tasha K's ops. Okay, like Larry Reed girl. Okay, so those are the only so-called victims y'all believe, baby. Okay, it's when it's an alleged victim of one of Tasha's ops. Outside of that, bitch, it be team perpetrator. Got it. Another one says, protect Katt Williams at all costs. Baby, y'all can't even protect that man's hairline, girl. His shit moonwalking and ice skating to the back of his motherfucking head with all the multi-million dollars his ass motherfucking making. So I ain't even mad that he ain't got no edges, girl, because he's a triple conchondra millionaire with no motherfucking edges, baby. But a lot of things need to be protected over there, girl, the edges. Someone else says, stop it, Hollyweird. Been coming for him. Someone else says, Trasha, you better watch it before you back in court again, child. Someone else says, this seems rather suspicious. Someone else says, why would you go to your abuser's house? Of course, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Someone else says, the way he is trying to conduct himself. Sit, speak the hat. He can be an actor because he is literally playing Katt. He has studied his walk, talk, posture, trying to even sound intelligent like him is beyond crazy. Baby, they are siblings. But what I will say is that the brother Steve, girl, he was giving every bit of Cam Newton, bitch. I thought I was watching Cam Newton sit down with Tasha K. It was definitely giving Cam motherfucking Newton. So the disbelief is everywhere, at least under Tasha's blog. Someone else says here on her Instagram, that's all I'm gonna say. Someone else says Katt said that he hadn't been with his family since he was barely a teenager, so the brother is lying about him. I mean, that's only one man word for another child. Katt ass be lying. Contrary to popular belief, we already done dispelled that notion that Katt is a 100% truth teller. Girl, Katt is definitely a whole up liar. Someone else says, I don't believe it. Why didn't he been come out? This how the winos talk, girl. Why he didn't been come out? Why he didn't been come out, girl? These are the people who are being critical and being critiques, girl. And being critics of other people, girl. Why he didn't been come out here? Why? Someone else says, didn't Katt leave home at 13 years old? How is it that he was the man who abused him? Someone else says, I can't believe the amount of people assuming this is fake. Okay, we got one woke person. Someone else saying, brother, didn't know he had one. Laughing emoji. Someone else says, if it wasn't for all that, he would not have be Halloween. Let me take my time and read this shit. If it was all that, he would not have be Halloween to adopt children. I love you, TK, but he's clearly, girl, I have no idea what was communicated here, baby. But, Trasha probably, from one drunk bitch to another drunk bitch, they got their own language and own ebonics and their own speaking system and shit over here, child. Believable. Katt's father just didn't up and put him out, but kept the rest of his children. Something happened. Somebody responded to that and said, Katt says that he was 13 years old when he left home, emphasis on child. Someone else said his Christian father had issues with him. What was the issue he had with a 13-year-old child, but not his other kids? Not blaming Katt, but usually it's centered around sexuality. All right. Y'all, what y'all think? Because this right here is a whole entire mess. Let me tell you something. if I'm being quite honest with you. Katt Williams, you know, I know that y'all like to pedestalize people when they have talent, privilege, and pretty privilege like myself, and y'all think that, you know, these are perfect specimens, even though in my case, I am a perfect specimen, but we ain't talking about me here, right? Katt Williams, despite the fact that he is, you know, a living legend and he's a comedian and da-da-da-da-da, are we going to ignore the fact that Katt Williams also has had a very, 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 very troubled adult life? This man doesn't have any convictions, but has a trillion arrests and literally fights 15-year-olds. You know, comes off the stage and clucks people in the fucking head with microphones. He's had abuse allegations against him by previous girlfriends. There's been so much misconduct allegations against Cat Girl that, as far as I'm concerned, I consider Katt Williams to be the goddamn Chris Brown of comedy. I think that's pretty fitting. Katt Williams is the Chris Brown of comedy. And with that being said, y'all have never thought about like where that shit comes from? Like, where in the hell does his dysfunction come from? Because dysfunction don't exist within a vacuum. Something either has happened to Katt Williams or Katt Williams has happened to some motherfucking body. And I don't know whether his mammy was on crack when she conceived him. I don't know whether she was getting punched all in her goddamn stomach while she was pregnant with him, baby, and he was rolling around in her goddamn womb like a goddamn bowling ball, bitch. But Katt Williams' whole timeline as an adult, outside of his career, with 50 trillion 11 run-ins with the police, including taking a Walmart scooter and taking the police on a high-speed fucking chase down the interstate in a Walmart grocery cart, for God's sakes. Something is not right with Katt Brown, girl. Okay, with Chris Williams and this mother. Something ain't right. And if something ain't been right with Katt Williams as an adult, what makes us think that something ain't been right with his ass as a young person? What makes us think, girl, he was an out of control, unruly, and off the goddamn leash on demon time, even as a young teen, even as a young man? I don't think these are preposterous correlations and connections when you're doing the fucking math here. I don't. He got a... Remember when Hazel E? Y'all want to revisit this? Let's talk about Hazel E a little bit. Hold on. Hazel E allegations against Katt Williams, her ex-ninja. Now, I don't know which version of Hazel E's face she told these claims against Katt Williams with, girl. Let me see here. Katt Williams slams ex-girlfriend Hazel E of Love and Hip Hop. The alleged assault took place the night Katt... Well, okay, let's check this out. Courtesy of Ebony Magazine, or old black-ass magazine, child. Let me see here. Let me refresh my memory, girl. This man got a rep sheet longer than Tasha K steroids. Okay, the Jasmine brand reports Williams, in a seemingly comedic way, went off the reality show star during an Instagram live session, accusing the Houston native of being an atheist and more. My God, today I can believe that. Quote, remember she showed up with that little boy that was like 19. That ninja was a full-fledged killer, and she had that ninja out here on motherfucking red carpets and with a bow tie on. If you don't get 17 felonies, the F up out of the little foot premiere, you cross the line. Don't believe in Jesus as bitch. Truthfully, that's why I left her. She's a goddamn atheist. Williams went on saying, quote, I told her before God I was the king of the ninjas, the just said. I don't believe in God or ninjas. I said, if you don't get your satanic, demonic, I want to be a cracker in the face ass up out here, I will call down the ghost of Sojourner, truth to walk up your motherfucking street. What in the Harriet Tubman is the light-skinned ugly talking about? How the is you light-skinned and ugly? Oh my God. Katt and Hazel dated from 2014 to 2016. This outburst follows Williams' response to Kevin Hart's Breakfast Club interview where he accused Williams of choosing drugs over his career. Williams was also arrested just days ago on assault charges. The assault allegations took place the night Williams was scheduled to perform on Nick Cannon's MTV sketch series Wild 'N Out. After the altercation, the comedian left the scene in a different vehicle and was apprehended the following night and was reportedly booked on a 4th-degree assault charge. Girl, these people are hell. Okay, here it is. Hazel E. exposed Katt Williams. He choked me and then got an apology. Oh, this was an interview. Let me see here. What is this? Hold on. Hazel E. exposed Katt Williams. He choked me and then he got an apology. And then he apologized by buying her a BBL. You know what, girl? Look, Katt Williams is a mess, bitch. All right. I am kind of surprised, but not surprised, but kind of surprised, but kind of surprised, but is surprised, but not really surprised, girl, that y'all are not believing Steve before he's even been heard. But I don't blame y'all, right? Because he is sitting down on liark.com, girl. Okay, so I can't even be mad at y'all, girl, for already throwing the baby out with the bathwater, girl, just because of where Steve had the audacity to tell his story. Girl, here, Steve, you could have came over here, girl, and sat down on the Consciouztv platform, baby. Somebody who has some goddamn credibility, who run motherfucking receipts and asks the hard goddamn questions, baby. Okay, somebody who won't be biased and all of that, honey. Okay, so I get it. He sat down with Tasha K. So y'all ain't really getting with it. But, you know, and you know what? I do got to keep that in mind. You know, why would you do that? I don't understand why any credible person with any credible experience, with any credible story to tell, would sit down with Tasha K out of all motherfucking people. Like, you got to go in knowing that your credit score is being reduced greatly, girl, just by where you're sitting, first and foremost, girl. Like, the credibility of your story is already being subtracted and extracted just by going over to the House of Lies. But could two things be true at the same time, you all? Could it be that Tasha is a liar and has no credibility in her platform, and yet this man be telling the truth? Because are we also going to act like childhood molestation is not a real thing? That sibling on sibling, cousin on cousin, brother on brother, sister on sister don't happen as children, girl? Ain't that's what the Malones over there arguing over, girl? Krishan Rock and all her cousins and siblings and Taseki, girl, because folk was touching on each other and playing real life house with one another, because these things do happen. Okay, and I don't think we talk enough about child on child molestation, child on child rape. Y'all just saw the viral story of that little 10-year-old autistic black girl who got gang raped by a group of white 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. Like, what the fuck do 8 and 9 and 10-year-olds know about raping someone and actually assaulting someone? The things that were done to this little girl were demonic, and the fact that they happen at the hands of children, bitch, 8, 9, and 10. How could, have y'all not heard that story? Are y'all aware of the Bible story? Girl, Let me see here. But people are already not believing Steve. I mean, Steve does look unbelievable, girl. You know, I don't be believing nobody with no gap, girl. And y'all know, like, she has a track record of attracting bitches with gaps, girl. You know, her Wino Rejecter recently interviewed her, and that interview ain't even go to the goddamn 10K yet, child. Got a big ass gap. Steve seemingly got a gap, girl. It's just, you know, I can perceive the plaque from over here. Let me see. 10-year-old autistic girl. Hold on. 10-year-old girl. Y'all ain't heard about this girl? Here we go. No, this ain't it. 10-year-old girl. Nope. Ten-year-old black girl. Oh, why it's not coming up? It's been hospitalized. Okay, is this it here? The death of no, this ain't the death, because the little girl luckily survived. I don't know where it is, girl, but it's viral. But my whole point is, I've always thought that Katt Williams is crazy. Most people who have some type of like geniusness or some type of like an elevated talent, like a severely elevated talent, typically have something that's also distorted. Like the universe, it's kind of weird. Like the universe will give you a great quality, but like it will take that energy from somewhere else that leaves you mutated on the back end. That's why Beyonce is all a cockeyed and got, you know, like big elephantitis ears, girl, because I can't give you all that greatness, Miss Mom. I'm sorry. I can't give you all of that greatness, girl. You can't be perfect, bitch. Okay, we're gonna have to humble you somewhere, baby. Okay, so baby, whenever you see people with a grotesque degree of talent, something has been subtracted from them in order to put toward wherever they talented and gifted at. That's why all gifted people need to keep their head on the goddamn swivel, but that's another teaching for another class. I'm going to be listening to this interview. We're probably going to end up having to have a real conversation, y'all, because, you know, I don't know what this man going to say. I don't know whether there are receipts. It's Tasha K, so probably not. But we do have a conscious crew who got boots to the ground, who's going to be extending to us their login. So I will be taking note line by line, precept by precept, and we're going to be coming back here on Friday afternoon, honey, and, you know, unpacking and repackaging this thing up. And the question is going to be, is Katt Williams going to respond to this? I know a lot of y'all probably think that she's going to get sued, but, you know, I really can't see Katt Williams suing Tasha. For some reason, Katt Williams gives me cheap, and I just don't see him spending his money taking Tasha to task. And I don't think a man who has had these many run-ins with the law is going to be eager, girl, to have to work with the law in order to get perceivable justice for himself. Also, depending on how Tasha K led this interview will determine whether she's liable, because we already seen how that goes, right? Just like Kevin Hart tried to hold Tasha accountable, but Tasha K, she had them smarten up after, you know, Cardi B done gave her that work, girl. So she conducted that interview with Kevin Hart's assistant in a way that couldn't leave her liable for slander. So she might have just facilitated the allegations, but that will alleviate her of being liable for the allegations. Long as she wasn't up in there pushing the narrative. Long as she wasn't up in there making no emphatic claims against Miss Mamas with the blowback, Miss Williams, girl, she's probably cleared. And the way the trailer was set up, girl, it was giving me that the brother really did all the talking, bitch. All Tasha had to do is sit her and her kitten heels there, girl. And the brother was able to take it from top to motherfucking bottom. So we're going to see what it gives. Tasha K, you know, definitely do a little bit better with the trailer, child, because we don't know what the hell going on. We don't know what the hell the man was even talking about. Trailers are supposed to be contextual, child. Okay, the fact that we had more goddamn questions than answers is real raunchy, bitch. Okay, so tighten up on the trailers, child. But shout out to Trasher Girl for facilitating it, child. We're gonna give her credit for providing the tea that we'll be unpacking on Friday. And I'll be seeing y'all Friday. And if there, because somebody also said that the brother done pulled the stunt before, or the brother is kind of like he's kind of, you know, he's just he come and goes. He be pulling junkie stunts. I don't know. It's my first time hearing of this. But if you know anything about the brother, if you know anything about these type of allegations against Katt Williams or his brother, Steven Williams, drop me the tea in my Instagram DMs and or email at consciouztv@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram at Consciouztv on Instagram so I can do my homework and gather the things of the things of the things. Oh, he's a little touched, says Samantha. Okay, so he's a little touched. Is that a fact, Samantha, that the brother's a little touched? Because did he touch Katt Williams' hairline and run off with it? Does he have a mighty touch? Because the brother claimed that Katt Williams touched him, girl. But if you claiming the brother done been touched, girl, that might explain, girl, why Kevin's hairline is gone, girl. Because he touched the bike, honey. And now all Katt Williams left with, baby, is a rat tail hanging out of the back of his goddamn baseball cap. I don't know. All right, girl, I'm going to get out of here, girl. I just want to come through with the 1-2 on y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. We'll be back on Friday to get into the tea. We got to come back today, though, to get into Milagro Scams versus Megan Thee Stallion. It's about to wear up. You guys, so trial will be popping off next month, 2 days after my birthday, to be exact. There's a lot of shenanigans going on with Diddy, honey. So I'll be back with a hot topic. So make sure you guys are notified, subscribe, share all the things. If you enjoyed yourself here just for these measly 30 minutes of commentary, make sure that you guys hit the Cash App and the PayPal. Email me or the T, Consciouztv, sign up to the Patreon, and follow me on my Instagram. I love you guys, and I will see you guys later. Peace.